Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guest. There's a famous quote, "Speak from your heart and the world will listen. Lead from your heart and the world will follow. Follow your heart and you'll know God's purpose for your life." These words were spoken by Randy Harvey. He is the 2004 world champion of public speaking. He has a book, I'll pass it around later, and it influenced me very much. I thought it was a well-written book because I can identify with anybody here who went to a Toastmasters meeting for the first time and didn't volunteer for table topics, what we just had. I went to Toastmasters at East Valley Echoes. It was back in 2005. My first meeting, it was like a dark and stormy night, and I didn't volunteer. I was the shy person. Why? Because I had a lot of those feelings of being afraid to speak. And it goes way back. I'm the introvert. I am literally the introvert, didn't speak much, not much during high school. And in fact, it was in high school that they recommended that I take declarative speaking. And that was very easy. It was, you basically read a prepared speech and you give the prepared speech. You didn't even have to write it. And they would judge you just based on how well you delivered that speech. They recommended that for me as a starting point, and then later on I got to write some of the speeches. But debate, that looks too scary for me. That was the way it started off in high school. I was the introvert. But I'm going to make 3 points here as to why anybody here can improve their feelings regarding their speaking abilities. The first one is practice. I took a lot of lessons early on, lessons in piano playing, lessons in trumpet playing, lessons in playing the organ, especially in big churches. It's all about practice. Practice every day. Practice repeatedly until it becomes almost an unconscious thing. And that's the same thing that we face every day here in Toastmasters. You practice your speaking until it becomes an unconscious thing. I have been in Toastmasters now almost 14 years. I'm in 3 clubs. I have about a dozen videos out there. And that all happened after giving over 100 speeches. Practice makes perfect. Practice at least makes it easy. Practice helps your feelings. But it is very much the case that I had a lot of influence from coaches and mentors along the way. In high school, here in Toastmasters, the person you have as your mentor can help you immeasurably, make it much easier travel, journey through all of the practices that you're doing here in Toastmasters. And that's my second point. Listen to your coach or mentor and never hesitate to coach or mentor anybody else who asks for help. Through the years, I've had a number of different mentors, but all of them are people I look back on later as having been very helpful and very open. It's difficult to be a coach. It's difficult to lead people or to mentor people. A good case in point, people want to help. They want to help you. Here, is there something I can do for you? And you want to coach them. Here, do this. We had TLI this weekend. I was very busy moving a lot of equipment around, but people were very helpful. I had just stacked a hand truck full of equipment, and somebody offered to take the hand truck and deliver it to the far room. And I said, great, you do that, then come on back and we'll get some more stuff transferred. They did. They did exactly what I said. They took the hand truck, took it to the far conference room, and left it there. I have a whole truck yet full of more equipment to come out. No, I need that hand truck. We really need to leave it, distribute the things, and bring everything back. But I never mentioned that. Coaching people is very tough, but it's very rewarding when you finally get everything coordinated and you can speak exactly what you need and things work correctly. Always be available to coach or mentor anybody, especially in Toastmasters clubs like this. The third item I want to say gets back to the original title of this speech. It's all about feelings. Speak from your heart. I found that this is perhaps one of the most important things and the hardest thing to do, is to actually put together a well-prepared speech that comes from the inside of your heart. Because if you're speaking from your heart, you will touch the hearts of everybody in your audience. They will know where you're coming from, what's going on, and they will actually come up afterwards and congratulate you on that speech. Speak from your heart. It's not easy. It's not easy to put together a well-prepared speech, but when it does succeed, there is no greater feeling that you'll have than having felt connected with that audience in the end. And for a conclusion, keep to the 3 items. Practice makes perfect. Always coach or mentor others, and speak from your heart. I started off as the quiet Toastmaster, but with practice, anybody here can deliver a good speech from the heart and connect with their audience. Thank you.